This is Useless Builds, and today we're going to be reviewing tools that I bought off of Temu. So just to quickly go over what we got a headband. I'm going to put all this down in the description, so if you see anything you're interested in, it's all fairly cheap, and all the links will be down in the description. If you buy any of them off the links, I get a kickback from Temu. I paid less than 50 bucks for all this stuff here. This is a windshield cleaner, zip tie cutters. Bag of zip ties, I think. Got a giant adjustable wrench. We got hose pinch off pliers. Hose clamp pliers. Velcro wrap this around the extension cord, and then you can hang it up with this carabiner. This is a rack for hanging up your tools. My use is going to be my impacts, so I can hang them up in my garage. And then, all right, the first tool I'm going to review here is this windshield cleaner. It's pretty nice. It's got like these little sock things that attach on the end. Unfortunately, it's already broken. I guess in shipping it broke. This was fairly cheap though. I think this was like a couple dollars. But it helps you clean your windshield so you can get it up in there and clean. I'll show you how to do that right now. Here we are in my Jetta. We got a little windshield tool. You can see how gross the glass is. And this is supposed to clean up all the smudges. I don't know, I'd say that works pretty good actually. I mean, obviously the outside of my glass is pretty gross. Yeah, you know what? For $2, especially if you get really foggy windows easier, if you have like an older car, yeah, I'd give this tool, I'm going to say a 7 out of 10. It's pretty cheap, but you know what? The microfiber is actually rewashable. Yeah, 7 out of 10. This tool with the 2 socks was $2 on Temu. So feel free to buy it. 7 out of 10. Pretty decent actually, especially if you get a lot of moisture buildup in your car. I think this will work really good for people. It's nice to be able to just push it up there. I'm going to go over is these little hose clamp thingies. They're nylon hose clamp tools. They don't look that bad. They feel really cheap, I'm not gonna lie. They feel really cheap. But I mean, for the price, I think these were $6 for all 3. I know the tool truck sells these and it's like, I think it's like 30 bucks for 3. Some of these might even be 30 bucks per tool, like for the Snap-on brands. These are my Snap-on ones, and these ones are pretty cool. They got the ratchet up here. That's how you lock it. I had these for about 2 weeks using them on diesel trucks and they broke, but Snap-on warrantied them out. But yeah, for the most part, that's how they work. It locks down here on the bottom, you just squeeze it and it releases it. These are pretty nice. $20 or $30 per like pair of pliers. These were $6. And let's see the same effect. Oh yeah, I mean, it's a little bit harder to use. But I mean, I'd say that's probably blocked off pretty well. I don't think that's gonna leak if it had fluid in it. For the money, these are pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, $6 for all 3. That's a pretty good deal. If you're a mechanic and you need pliers for hoses like this to save coolant when you're doing just a thermostat or something stupid, these are gonna be a good bang for your buck. Rating on this, I'm going to give it, just for your price, I think I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. This is a really good deal. I don't think you're going to find these cheaper anywhere else. And they feel pretty decent. They're not like super cheap, but they obviously don't feel great. They are made out of nylon. Next thing we have here is this goofy adjustable. Now, let me just start off. I bought this because I thought it might work on center caps, but it seems to be just a little bit too small for center caps. You know, like BBS and BMW center caps and stuff. This was $6. I think it was like $5.99. But I will tell you, this is made out of most Chinesium aluminum I've ever felt. I mean, yeah. I'm going to give this one a 3 out of 10. I don't think it's very useful or anything unless you're a plumber. So, if you're a PVC plumber, this is probably going to be great for you. Anyone else? It's probably going to be useless for you. Next thing I want to get into is the zip ties. A 250 count, and it was $4 for 250 zip ties. And they had all sorts of different sizes. I just picked these ones because I don't have a whole lot of little ones. And to be honest, I could probably use these for my computer. Let's just grab this and see. I'll zip tie these together and see how strong and useful these are. They feel pretty good. They feel more, I don't know, stretchy than like regular zip ties. They're not like a hard plastic. They feel more of a, I don't know how to explain it. They're kind of soft. Like you just kind of see how easily they just bend around. They don't feel like super hard. So they're probably Yeah, pretty easy to break. Yeah, they're definitely easy to break. So if you need something quality for strong, this is not going to be the zip ties for you. But if you need something cheap for cable management on a PC, this probably will work great for you. All in all, I give these zip ties maybe, I'm going to say 8 out of 10. These are honestly really cheap. I mean, most zip ties nowadays, like $20 for a bag of 100 for some reason. So, I mean, you can't go wrong, especially if you're just trying to do PC management. Next thing we're going to go over is these zip tie cutters, actually. These were really cheap. These were $2. And for some reason on Temu, you can buy these in like 100 pack. But they don't feel that bad, actually. These grips are pretty soft. They feel pretty good. They're nice and firm in my hand. See how they work at cutting zip ties? Oh yeah. Now these are pretty cheap zip ties, so maybe not the best. Let me grab a little more expensive zip tie. Here we got a bigger zip tie. Oh yeah. Oh, if you go all the way down to the base though, you'll miss it because of that hole down in there. So they're perfect. They got a nice little angle on them, so if you got to get into a tight spot, you can get up in somewhere really nice. But yeah, honestly, for $2, I'm gonna say 10 out of 10. This is a really good buy, especially if you get the free shipping option and you buy a bunch of tools together. This is probably gonna be your best bang for your buck. This is 10 out of 10 without a doubt. Next one here is spring clamp pliers. I don't like the way this spring works. You can't like turn it off. It's always on. I guess it's good if you have one hand, but I don't like that. It's really hard to open up one-handed. You have to yeah, I'm not a fan of that. These are my Snap-on branded ones. They're Blue Point. Kind of see it right there. These ones, the spring is activated, so you can flip the spring on, or you can flip it off, which I really like, being able to flip it off. So that way I can flip it off, grab what I need, and flip it back on. So I will say, if you want that lock to be removable, this cheap set's not going to be the set for you. But the alternative thing is, these on the tool truck were like, I think 30 or 40 bucks. It might even be more than that now. Versus these on Temu are $6. I think I can get used to the stuck-on lock. But let's see how they work. Yeah, not bad, not bad. They don't want to go to the full clamping position, but that might be more the clamp versus the actual pliers. But they work pretty good on that. Temu, if I had to give it a number, based on value, I would say probably a 6 out of 10. Not the worst. The grips don't feel that bad, even though they're solid metal. They're really fat and thick, so they give you a good firm grab. 6 out of 10. Not bad, Temu. Not bad. Once again, links are all going to be down in the description below if you want to buy any of these products. We're going to review the headlamp here next. This was $3, I think? $3.25 or something like that. Pretty cheap for a headlamp. And it's rechargeable, so no batteries needed. It comes with a little cable here. So it's got a light bar on the front, and then it also has a side light, which it's 350 lumens. So it's got an on-off feature, so you don't have to hit the button. You can just swipe your hand by, and it'll turn the light on. That's pretty nice. And I guess you have to hit the button to switch the light. Yeah, there we go. Nice. All right, you know, for $3 with a motion sensor, definitely 10 out of 10. And you can buy these in combo packs for even less. This was just a single one. I think for a pair it was like $4. Good job, Temu. 10 out of 10 with a rechargeable battery. Why would you not buy these? I would buy a pack of these, and once they get too gross, I would just throw them away. Forget recharging them, just dispose of them. Like if they got too nasty, just throw it away. This is a really good idea. Whoever came up with this cheap idea for a headlamp is a genius. It takes the regular USB, the same as like a Samsung phone. Yeah, 10 out of 10, 100%. You'd be stupid not to buy that. Buy it in the video description. All right, our next product we're going to review here is these are extension cord straps. They're actually, I think it's $5 for a 5-pack or a 4-pack. You can wrap these around an extension cord. You can go up to a pretty big extension cord, to be honest. But you take the first side, wrap it around.
I think I'll do a wrap around. We'll wrap around.
Just like that. And now you can hang your cord up pretty easily somewhere. It's got a little carabiner on it, so if you want to hang it up out of the way, pretty easily can be done. So for $5 you can get 5 of those, or 4, I'm not sure, but yeah, works pretty good. I give it, if you want to organize your shop space a little bit better, 7 out of 10. Not bad. Feel pretty good. They're Velcro. You can use them for anything. Doesn't have to be on extension cords. That's just what I happen to see that they were used for in the ad, so that's why I grabbed them. Pretty cool little nifty idea though. The last thing we will review here is going to be the impact rack for hanging up your drills and impacts and stuff. I'm gonna put this on the wall. I'm gonna bolt it in real quick, and then we're gonna see how well it works on all the DeWalt's and the snap-on tools that I have. I don't know how it's going to work on my snap-ons. Oh wow, it actually does work. Not bad. The battery in my light just died. So yeah, that works pretty good. It hangs up the lights nice. I can set my batteries up on top of here too if I want. Up and out of the way, but not bad. That was the most expensive thing I bought. Mainly because I wanted to put my guns somewhere where I can hang them up real easily and make them nice and accessible, and easily grabbable. That way I don't have to keep opening my toolbox. Just having them in your toolbox is more of a necessity for when you work in a shop. Yeah, I'd give it probably a 7 out of 10. It's $13 for that product. And you can buy like different ones. I think they had longer ones with more. But I really just wanted to hang up my DeWalt's, and I have a couple other drills I'm going to put on there as well with those drills. So yeah, 7 out of 10. Not a bad buy. All in all, less than $50 for all those products off of Temu. I'm not going to complain. That was a pretty good deal, actually. I would definitely recommend some of those, especially if you're a starter mechanic and you need some starter tools. It's going to be a really good budget option for you.